Our man Tom Dienhart joins us now, senior writer for BTN.com. Tom, it was a great week last week for Ryan Shazier and the Buckeye defense. Is there any reason to think it's going to be different for them this week as they take on the offense of Illinois?
Mike, they should have another great weekend against an Illinois offense that really has struggled all season long, especially in Big Ten action. They average less than 10 points a game thus far in their 4 Big Ten contests. So, again, Shazier and that Buckeye defense should continue to shine. And again, you know, Ohio State's going to be motivated here to move to 10-0. They'll be off next week, November 10th, with 2 games left at Wisconsin and versus Michigan. And you know, Ohio State does not want to drop the ball on the run of perfection after almost seeing it end a couple weeks ago by Purdue at Columbus, Ohio.
Tom, where do we stand on the Heisman Trophy race? Braxton Miller's name has been at least in that top 5 of most people throughout the season. Where's he stand now as we head into November?
Yeah, Mike, you know, he does appear in some straw polls so far, and I do have a vote, and I have him in my top 3. I think he has a chance to still be in the conversation and maybe possibly win it with a strong finish here. Now, Colin Klein, the Kansas State quarterback, leads the race, but again, it's not an insurmountable lead. With a strong finish, Miller, like I said, can really get in the conversation there. Who knows, possibly win it. But again, the last 2 weeks, he hasn't looked that good. Mike, completing only 41% of his passes with 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions. He's doing it with his legs, but I think he needs to improve his passing game to really become a factor here.
Yeah, it's been a weird year for that Heisman race. Like you said, the favorites, including Geno Smith, who seemed like the only runaway we had after 4 or 5 weeks, is now falling down that list. As for the other game to get to with you, Penn State and Purdue, Boilermakers going with a new QB. Robert Marve back in to start the game. First time he's done it since week 1. What should we make of that move?
Yeah, you know, it's a chance to spark the Purdue offense, Mike, and it's an offense that needs to be sparked. Honestly, Purdue's struggling in every phase of the game. But again, Danny Hope and the Boilermakers have nothing to lose at this point. You know, Robert Marve's a high-risk, high-reward player. He can make that big play that offense needs. But he can also make a big mistake that can prove to be catastrophic. But again, he could be just what that Boilermaker offense needs against a Penn State team that wants to get back on the winning track. They saw their 5-game winning streak end last week at home against Ohio State. And again, they want to try to finish this debut season under Bill O'Brien as strong as possible. And it's so far so good with Matt McGloin in particular, being a guy that's been the leader for Penn State, more passing yards, more passing touchdowns than any quarterback in the conference. And for Penn State, again, to get back on the winning track, he'll need to have a big game against a Purdue defense that really has struggled this year.
You can see Tom Dienhart's great stuff on BTN.com all year long. Thanks, Tom.
You bet, Mike.